Hello there everyone, I'm Lillis Fox, and we're back on Alderwood for another episode of my Animal Crossing Let's Play series. With resident services updated and our first 10 villagers in place, I decided it was time at long last to say goodbye to our museum tent and the many creatures we had piled outside. I love the rustic feel of the tents at the start of the game, but for the sake of our continued growth, I knew it was time to say goodbye. I collected some of the creatures that we had stacked beside the tent and brought them to a very grateful Blathers. The next day, we had construction once more on Alderwood, and I was starting to get excited about the prospect of roaming the museum, donating more creatures, and meeting Red. The museum is one of my favorite things in New Horizons. I loved the museum in New Leaf, but the museum in New Horizons is just special. It's so grand, so lifelike, so obviously made with real love and joy. Of everything in New Horizons, it is the museum that feels as if it is a love letter to fans of the series. Walking through it feels like a warm hug. It feels like coming home. With the museum finally upgraded, it's time to set our sights on building up Alderwood and getting KK to come perform. I can feel my excitement growing. I'm ready to start creating again. I'm ready to start building Alderwood into what it will come to be. I decided to start with something small but meaningful. Updating our island flag. When visualizing a flag for Alderwood, I knew that I wanted my dear friend Kelly to create it. Kelly is an incredibly kind and talented artist and content creator, and she does island flag commissions. I talked to her at length about my vision for Alderwood, and she created the most wonderful flag for us. I couldn't be more happy with it, and every time I pass resident services, I think of her and smile. If you'd like to check out more of her work, you can find her socials in the description below. Later that evening, I signed on to finish my dailies, only to find Alfonso deep in thought. And sure enough, he had decided that it was time to leave Alderwood and set off to explore other places. We let him go, and I was instantly excited to think about who we might bring home to replace him. But don't you wish you could give them a parting hug? A couple of days later, I settled in with some tea and snacks for what I assumed would be a long hunt. But just a few tickets in, we found him, Marcel. Marcel is one of my ultimate dreamies, and I honestly never thought I would find him so early in this journey. Even better, Marcel epitomizes my theme for Alderwood. He is somehow simultaneously adorable and a little creepy, complicated and a bit deep yet wholesome. He is just perfect. I welcomed him home the next day, already imagining the many outfits I would gift him, what his yard might look like, and the friendship we would build. Welcome home, sweet Marcel. We are so glad to have you here with us. The next day, I finally got around to celebrating the opening of the museum, and I was so glad that I had waited. It was great to see us all there, together, marking this next step. Some of us won't be staying for long. I'm looking at you, Hippo. But regardless, we are all here together, celebrating, looking forward to whatever comes next. It was a beautiful way to end the week, and it made me think of this space, our space, my channel, and how, like Alderwood, we are growing. More than I ever could have imagined. Thank you for being here on this journey with me. Thank you for contributing to this space, to this community. Thank you for the comments, the likes, and the shares. I appreciate you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you'd like to see more episodes in this series, as well as dream tours and so much more, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Take care, friends, and see you soon.